to Morris. Takes a three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
And finished off by Morant.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Zubac, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Morant passes to Jackson. Launches a three. And it's Morant missing. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks with it. Leonard picks him up. Jacks up a three. And another miss by Memphis.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And George kicks to Morris. Fades. And Bain pulls it down. Morant with a wide open look. And again, Memphis no good. LA's drawn 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Morris. And no good. And it's Memphis the other way. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Bain misses from close range.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Morant kicks to Bain. A 3-ball. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
1:43 left in the first. There's the feed to Morris. Fires from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jackson with it. George picks him up. Here's Bain. And the rejection by Zubac. And they get it back. Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A massive energy force. Adams is about 270, and that's all nasty. Very hard to contain, and he draws a lot of fouls.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And that one, good.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson. Bain for 3. And they recover it. Memphis moving it around. Tries again. Brooks the pass to Adams. Shot clock at 6. Good work there as it goes.
And how about the power by Adams on that finish? Just brushes off the contact.
George with no one around. No good with the triple. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Outside Jackson. From deep. Rebound Kawhi Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And punishing move there on the interior. Usually Leonard's going to get the bucket, draw the foul, or both.
And he sinks the second. There's 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Morant outside. Here's the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. Live from the FedEx. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
He also loved that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Morant, and the rejection by Jackson. And a wide open look for Bane. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bane's got 4 points in the quarter. Now the Clippers with it. And here's George. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the pass to Morant. Brooks gets to Morant. On the wing. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Down low. Leonard against Brooks. Wide open look here for Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss. The Grizzlies shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Stolen by Jackson. Morris passes to Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brooks finds Jackson. Here's Adams. Here's Brooks. Makes it off the glass. Brooks has got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. On the wing, Bane. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside, Bane. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
And George kicks to Jackson. Out to Morris. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Memphis. A shake. Kick out to Adams. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off the shot here. And the rejection by Zubac. Inside. Stolen by Brooks. Here we go, 1-on-1.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Out to Morant. There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Bane with it. George picks him up. Jackson passes to Brooks. Jackson dishes to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Back to Morant. Lets it go with the 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. George dishes to Jackson. Off the run. Morris passes to Leonard. From deep, George. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubats. To the middle. And Morris throws it down.
Man, how about that find by Leonard to a wide open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
And Zubats picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Morant against Jackson. Morant kicks to Jackson. Lock at 6. He feeds it to Adams. Then Adams with the slam.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 5. Driving to the basket. And here's George for 3. Jackson passes to George. Morant with some nice D. Outside for Jackson. Launches it. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Thank you for that interview. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spot, Morant and Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Inside, here's Covington. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
A smart offensive player. I like watching Covington get interior positioning and look to score.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Pass to Concho. Shoots over Powell. Misses off the right iron.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the layup.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one is off. Good on the second free throw. The Grizzlies shooting not great, 40% for the game. Jones in the post, guarded by Powell. Covington into the lane. Outside, Batum. And Wall kicks to Powell. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
The Grizzlies have hit just 2 free throws and 5 attempts today.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season. And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A 3-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
Jones, the pass to Concho. 6 to shoot. On the basket by Jones. And it's a 10-point Grizzly lead. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Feeds it to Batum. And he banks in the layup.
And a high percentage look there is what Batum was after. He goes inside and makes it happen.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Williams against Covington. Williams passes to Clark. A reverse. Back to Williams. 4 on the clock. They shoot again. No good from Clark. Clippers trail by 8. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Count it.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Ball against Jones. Wall passes to man. Green with the block. Outside, Jones. In close, here's Williams. Great D that time from Batum. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Wall dishes to Batum, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Covington a screen on Jones. 3-pointer. Covington's shot is off. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Clark. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
And he's good on the second. 58 seconds left in the third. Jones against Wall. Driving inside. Count that one.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
Jones against Wall. Passes it to Concha. Williams in the post. Good on the bucket. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Nailed from three-point land.
And defense wasn't ready for Batum there. He shakes them off with a clever dribble move.
On the wing, Williams. To the paint. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And although an undersized center, Moore been making up for it with some serious hops.
Foul for 3. And so it's Memphis. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And they're here now, a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Looking to get back on.
That is a monster finish. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Leonard on the wing. Stolen by Brooks. Stolen by Zubac. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. And they get it back. Zubac the pass to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Morris outside. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. In the corner, it's Bain. Outside, Jackson. Into the lane. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Putting on a show. Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Morant. The shot by George, no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Jackson against Morant. 6 to shoot. Hands the shot with nobody near him. And it's 8 points for John Morant.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And here's the break. Bain passes to Adams to the left wing. The three from Morant. Bain kicks to Brooks. And there's the pass to Jackson. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Outside Jackson. Here's Morant. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got 6 in the quarter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's George missing.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
At the elbow, Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant passes to Brooks. Morant kicks to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. And shot on the way. Offensive rebound. Out to Brooks. Back to Adams. Brooks up on top. There's Jackson with the 3. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Zubac. Adams, the pass to Bain. And another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Grizzlies.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint. And those are all high percentage shots. But the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But in particular, a real good game it was for Jaren Jackson.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Morant kicks to Bain. From deep three-point range. Back to Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And one thing that makes Leonard's shot so effective is the backspin. Gives him that magic touch.
And Adams kicks to Morant. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had...
NBA act, and we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at small forward. Now here's Towns. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance effort. Prince with the bucket.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
Morant with it. Down low. Deflects the pass. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Pass to Gobert. Outside for Russell. And the three off target. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
And it's Morant off the drive. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Russell against Bain. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. And Edwards slams it in.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Pulls it. And it's Morant missing. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Bane against Towns. Back to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Bane, the pass to Brooks. Bane finds Brooks. Adams with the ball. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
And it's Russell on the drive. Towns for 3. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Morant, the pass to Bane. Reverses. And Gobert with a block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
Edwards for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
So it's Minnesota now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Pass to Prince. Russell from outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Wow! Crazy good!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Edwards against Bane. Outside for Russell. Pass to Prince. Outside Russell. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo! The whole arena felt that. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Morant. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Morant's got 10 points in the game. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Shoots. Edwards can't hit.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And Morant gets it to go.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3. Here's Russell, out to the right wing. Here's Gobert. Tries again. It doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Bane finds Brooks. Morant with it. Back to Brooks. Got a piece of it. Here's Prince. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Russell. Here he goes. Now here's Gobert. Shot clock at 2. Second chance shot. Puts the move on. And it's good on the layup.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Here's Towns. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon. Locks them up and hauls it in. Love the high activity level.
For the finish, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Last season, we saw some shocking single-game performances, Smitty. Several stars had 45-plus point nights, or even well above that.
We are, BA, and I think because a lot of the three-point shooting adds to a lot of buckets. It's a shooter's league right now. Prolific scores are rising to the top.
Morant, no good.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
And it's tied up with that one. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Morant against Russell. Towns passes to Russell. And here's Edwards. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Towns finds Russell, fires for 3. Towns down low. Jackson on him.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Outside for Brooks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Dillon Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
As for Dillon Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, BA, he's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club.
Pass to Prince. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Morant into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
Only a few players that are faster with the ball than John Morant.
Here's Russell. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. John Morant's a skilled distributor.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Gobert's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
From deep range. Sinks it from distance.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bane. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
Right side, Russell. Here's Edwards, guarded by Bane. Tries to break his ice. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Morant. Outside Bain. Takes the three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Right side, Russell. Pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. And it's powered home by Towns.
A former #1 pick, Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
The first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Grizzlies. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Memphis leading.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
We've got Brandon Clark. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Green, and it's Williams in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jones with the block. Green, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. McDaniels, that's good.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Outside Jones. Outside Green. Pass to Conchar. And it's Noel with a rebound.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Here's Reed. Banked it in off the glass. Reed's got his first bucket in this one.
And it's no surprise they want to get him the ball to start this half.
Clark against Anderson. Here's Williams. The shot off that time.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Timberwolves trail. For the lead. The Grizzlies pull it in. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Outside for Green. Back to Williams. Pass to Conchar. Launches it. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Reed. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. McDaniels passes to Anderson. Here's Noel. 6 to shoot. Outside McDaniels. Driving inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home. Man, what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Clark with the screen. Here's Williams. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Pass to Reed. Not going to go that time. And Memphis taking it the other way now. On the wing, Conchar. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Williams in the post. Anderson covers. Here's Green. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Anderson.
A prototype 3-and-D guy. Green's focused on becoming a more complete player. Part of that is becoming more consistent from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Green. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Here's Anderson. Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Clark.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times. Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Now here's Anderson. Pass to Rivers. Outside McDaniels. Goes back up. Now here's Reed. And stolen by Jones. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Back to Conchar. Now Williams. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Clark right side. Shoots over Reed. And another miss by Memphis. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Grizzlies. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Here's Russell. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And stolen by Morant. Into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic. Even his teammates look a little stunned.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Crosses over. Towns. Oh, the swat by Adams. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Just 5 to shoot. Russell against Morant. Here's Towns.
I mean, as a defender, Jaren Jackson, he has it all. Quick to the ball, provides great rim protection, and he never gives up on plays.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Towns against Brooks. Second shot opportunity. Towns can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Pass to Bain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
There's an aggression and a confidence to Desmond Bane's game. It helps him get to the line.
And Bane drops them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Edwards against Bane. Shot is good by Edwards.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Russell against Morant. Outside Bane. Three-pointer. And again, Memphis no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. And here's Edwards. 5 to shoot. What a terrific move that is. And it's now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's Jackson. Now Adams. Pass to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
Edwards against Bane. Back to Edwards. And a nice finish on the layup.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guy.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around. This is why he has the ball. John Morant, he loves to deliver in these moments.
Morant against Russell. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It falls! And that one brings them within 1.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
As critical, Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
At the line for the Grizzlies, John Morant. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
At the stripe, John Morant isn't flawless, but he does seem to thrive under pressure.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're trailing by 3. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said in the huddle, quote, "We are in this game. Keep fighting. We win this one if we all play with 100% effort," imploring his troops to stay aggressive. Guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
As you've seen, they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Brooks outside. Outside for Morant. From behind the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
And they're looking to tie it up. Live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Towns a screen on Bane. Here's Prince. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT, but they come up empty-handed. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. What a performance they had here at home.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2Ks. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Nice D from Russell.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Now the pass to Gobert. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has gone.
Now, here is Russell. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Over in the corner, Edwards. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Leonard with the steal. Nobody near George. It's good from long range.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Here is Russell. He dishes it to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Passes to Leonard. Towns with the steal. Here's Gobert. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Towns, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry, and some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
Yeah, once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Russell dishes to Edwards. It's Prince on the wing. Edwards against George. 5 on the clock. Edwards passes to Gobert. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
Jackson against Russell. It's to Gobert. Back to Russell. It's good.
Tremendous balance by Russell. He takes on contact, finishes the play. We'll see if he can get the and 1 at the line.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Prince finds Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. To the wing on the left. Outside, Towns. Russell looking around. Towns dishes to Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. Down low, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. The big-time throwdown there.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Now Jackson. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Outside Jackson. Outside George. From downtown. That shot misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. Pass to Gobert. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Prince, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Morris, no good. Edwards against George. And here's Prince outside. Kept alive, Minnesota. Gobert, and that's good.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Minnesota on top of. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. And stolen by Russell. For Minnesota, they have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line. The free throw drops for Towns.
You can tell Towns is a true modern-day player. He's got a diverse skill set, and he can do so much more than you're used to seeing from a guy his size at his position.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Feeds it to Prince. Inside. Here's Gobert. Rebound by the Clippers. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, Jackson passes to Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. He's off on the first. And he ends up missing both free throws. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Dishes it to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside, George. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Jackson against Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Clippers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Towns dishes to Gobert. Kicks to Russell. To Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And stolen by Russell. To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Now George. He's got 8. And again, no good by the Clippers. Russell finds Edwards. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Jackson in the corner. Here's rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Edwards passes to Towns. Back to Edwards. Gobert with it, defended by George. Gobert against George. Gobert can't hit. Clippers trail by 6. To the middle. And it's George finishing it off.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Back to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Towns sets the pick for Russell. The kick out to Towns. And they turn over the 21st-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Zubac with the screen for Jackson. Zubac no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside, Russell. There's the dish to Towns.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Gobert, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back.
16, the Timberwolves. 18.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with McDaniels. Rivers out there with Reed. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. Here's Noel, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket for Batum. It's Rivers on the wing, defended by Covington. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul.
17.
Here's Rivers. Here's the pass to Noel. Clock at 6. To the inside. Reed.
Solid at guarding both post and perimeter players. That gives them great value. Batum's length really bothersome to shooters.
Covington finds Batum. Shoots over McDaniel. A shot by Batum, no good. Minnesota shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's Rivers. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum. For Minnesota, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
Boston Rivers. 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Batum, a screen on Rivers. Ball passes to Batum. Chalk up 2 there. Batum's got 4 this quarter.
You get open, and Wall will find you. He's got one of the best assist averages in NBA history.
Rivers against Wall. Anderson outside. And Anderson slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Wall dishes to Batum, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Wall. Timberwolves leading by 3. Anderson outside. Passes it to Rivers. The 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Wall passes to Covington. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Reed kicks to Rivers. McDaniels with the ball. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Reed. Great tee that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 4. Over to the wing. Fires for 3. The rebound by Anderson. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Rivers with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Reed, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Wall passes to Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Wall doing a nice job orchestrating there, putting the defense in a no-win situation.
Up top, Rivers, covered by Wall. Rivers dishes to Anderson. Here's McDaniels, uses the glass to finish the layup. McDaniels got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Powell. Down low, stolen by Reed. One-on-one fast break. Here's Noel. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Covington kicks to Powell. The fader. Reed with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Wall passes to Batum.
Batum is accustomed to getting pushed around a bit, so he's a tough guy who can embrace the contact.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. So it's the Timberwolves now. 6-point game. Russell dishes to Edwards. Back to Russell. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George passes to Morris. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. For the finish. And Edwards with the stuff.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
And here's Jackson. Ooh, the double clutch. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Edwards passes to Towns. Driving the lane. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Boy, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Zubats a screen on Russell. Jackson passes to Zubats, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. And that'll be his third foul so far.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Zubats, and again the turnover by the Clippers. Timberwolves leading by 13. Outside Russell. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards with the stop.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
There's Jackson with the three. That one doesn't drop.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Prince outside. Out to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson passes to Morris. Shot to stop the run, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
To the paint, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Towns with the steal. Oh, here's Edwards. Right side, Russell. Towns for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 6th rebound on the night. George passes to Morris. Can't connect from short range. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got 10 points in just the second half.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory
for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
George with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. And he converts the layup.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
It's hauled in by Zubats. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Prince. Rebound by the Clippers.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Russell against Jackson. Russell passes to Prince. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about.
Basketball on. We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. Morant, he's open from out on the wing. He knocks it down.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
It's George with the drive. Jackson outside. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Jackson against Jackson. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. That's tipped and stolen by Bane. Brooks outside. Morant finds Brooks. Back to Morant. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Adams. Oh, a magnificent rejection. George passes to Jackson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Reggie Jackson, one of those guys who does a little bit of everything. Can score it, can be a setup guy, can play the one, can play the two. You love his versatility. Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
A rebound by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Back to Bain. To the middle. Outside for Moran. Jackson on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Jackson, pass to George. To the left side wing. From deep, Morant. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Now here's George. Fires from deep. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Morant. He's got 5. Jackson can't get it to go. Jackson with it. Zubac with a screen on Morant. Jackson finds Zubac. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson, the pass to Bain. Back to Jackson. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting. Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim and extends over the taller defender. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Out of bounds, it'll be the Clippers' ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Moran against Jackson. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
That's just heads up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
Moran against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Bain. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Zubac. And yep, it's good.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score it at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
Zubac's no good on that one. Memphis has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And then Morant with the dunk.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
George against Bain. George passes to Morris. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And here's Morant outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard for 3. It's all tied in Los Angeles. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Kicks it to George. They double-team George. Morris for three. Adams grabs the miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Payne, the pass to Morant. Adams with the ball. On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Jackson. And here's Payne. Lets the three fly. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
4-3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Memphis leading. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Jackson outside. One on the clock. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Morant. From deep. Tries to save it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. 3 for 7 shooting now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
The Grizzlies have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Well, Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Reggie Jackson has got the willingness to convert on the interior. Nice touch right there.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. The outside leaner. Leonard against Brooks to the inside. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Lets it go from the wing. It's Morant missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Leonard. And that misses. That would have put him up. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Jackson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Morris.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And that one falls for Jackson. In 2022, we saw a lot of teams playing a slightly slower game, Doris, compared to previous seasons.
I think, Brian, what's interesting about the NBA is it's a game that is in a constant state of evolution. You had the three-point revolution. You had a stretch of time where teams would not hit the offensive glass. That has now come back a little bit. Unequivocally, defense is improving drastically, and so you've got to find a way to score it.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Morant. He's got 7. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The Clippers trail. Jackson, pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
But Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
Jackson against Morant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one misses. And he sinks the second. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. 1:03 left to play in the second quarter. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
You simply have respect the passing ability of Paul George, his ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
Now here's Moran. Give him 8. Jackson, pass to Moran. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
The previous play is under
the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
The Clippers have got 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Jackson, pass to Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, at 6'9", with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Up top, Jackson. Pass to Bain. And he slams it in one-handed.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, this guy is such an astute offensive player. Marcus Morris is solid at realizing when it's his opportunity to take the shot.
With 4 on the clock. And the layup by Moran. Morant's got 10.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
It's all tied in Los Angeles, and we'll return shortly. Just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies, Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Williams in at the 3. Offensive rebound. Wall, the pass to Batum. Another shot. Now Wall. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul. Clark is checked in for Memphis.
First 2. Grizzlies, Brandon Clark.
And here's Jones. Pass to Aldama. Outside Jones. Fires the 3. And stolen by Covington. Powell left side. And Powell with the stuff.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Memphis trailing here.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. Boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to man. Powell in the post, defended by Jones. Just 4 to shoot. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Aldama. Pass to Jones. For the lead. And and he lays it up and in. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
To the paint. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Tremendous job by Robert Covington to get the defense committed and draw the contact. Nice.
And so he makes both from the line. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Jones against Wall. Pass to Aldama for 3. Leaps for it. Rebound by the Clippers. And stolen by Jones. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw is good.
Unable to knock them all down, but still, he puts them up by 1.
Outside Wall. Inside. Batum's shot is off. Memphis leading. Williams on the wing. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
Man, the defender really went after him.
The free throw drops for Williams. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pass to man. Batum with a screen on Williams. To the paint. Wall with it. And stolen by Jones. The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Jones. Wall covering. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
And a superb job of creating just enough separation to hit the shot.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Wow, it's good.
We're talking about a dynamic playmaker with exceptional vision. Go ahead, John Wall.
Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. It's stolen by Wall. Down low. Here's Powell. Now here's Batum. Second chance shot. Back to man. Clock is at 3. Got a hand on it. 55 seconds left in the third. Back to Williams. Jones in the post. And stolen by Covington. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead and get up, Nicholas Batum.
Jones up top. Wall covering. Pass to Clark. Back to Jones. Here's Conchar. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Conchar's got 5. The Clippers have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. And he's going for the oop here.
The pick and roll game paying dividends. Wall with another delivery.
Now Jones. The layup off target. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Grizzlies. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And the Grizzlies shooting only 39% so far in the game. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The Clippers trail. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Over to the left wing. Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. Outside Bain. Outside for Brooks. The 3-ball connects from downtown. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
George passes to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes the break. Brooks finds Bain. Jackson against Morris. Outside for Morant. Takes it inside. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Jackson outside. That one no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now here's Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Morris can't hit.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And Brooks with a basket on the assist by Bain. And it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let them get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Morant, pass to Jackson. George against Morant. Pass to Bain. Now Jackson. 5 on the clock. Count it. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Morris outside. Looking to win the run. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Jackson pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Zubac inside. Jackson on him. Pass to Morris. Clock at 6. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Grizzlies ball.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting about 47%. A nice number.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Grizzlies.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Jaren Jackson.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
It's tipped. Bain with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Back to Bain. To the inside. Pass to Morant. Ooh, Morris with a steal.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Ja Morant. Fourth personal foul.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 10.
Paul George, one of those players the media appreciates because he doesn't give you pat answers. When you ask him a question, he is thoughtful and is honest.
And it's Morant off the drive, and he gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
At the line for your Clippers.
That free throw misses.
At the line for two.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within 10. Bain with it. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Boy, Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. Expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Graham. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the three. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Moran. Pass to Bain. Edwards pulls it in. Russell to pass to Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Edwards has got his second basket.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Russell against Moran. On the wing, Brooks. Jackson with a screen on Russell. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Bain. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Gobert. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
The first one falls. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Now here's Adams. Yep, count it.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
And here are the Timberwolves. Now Russell. Outside Edwards. To the middle. Here's Prince. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Shooting for Memphis.
He's off on the first.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Edwards. Outside Russell. Pass to Prince from outside the arc. Another miss by Minnesota. For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Back to Payne. Now here's Brooks. Down low. Here's Adams. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Towns. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Here's Morant. Deflected. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Towns. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
That one misses for Towns.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Payne. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Russell from outside knocks down the triple. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Russell. Can't hit that one. Outside Morant. And stolen by Gobert. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Now here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Memphis.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Adams with a screen on Russell. Here's Morant. Buries it down low. Morant's got 5 points.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Here's Towns. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so the first quarter is in the books. Timberwolves ahead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Payne in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So it's Minnesota now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Russell to pass to Edwards. There's the triple. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Here's Morant. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Morant against Russell. Towns passes to Russell. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him. Grant, we always talk about great footwork from post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
At the line for the Timberwolves.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
Good on the second one. Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant, tipped away, and stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Now here's Morant. 11 points in the game. Tipped. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Prince can't hit. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Morant, the pass to Bane. Let's go with a 3. Fires it. Outside for Morant. Pass to Jackson. Tries again. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. 1:44 left in the first half. And a missed layup. Well, Memphis shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Jackson finds Adams. Morant against Edwards. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Russell, the pass to Towns. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Brooks, the pass to Bane. Back to Brooks. Jackson on the wing.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Jerry Jackson Jr. taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. 56 seconds left in the half. Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. Bane against Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Now Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Left side Morant. Here's Jackson. Back to Bane. Up top Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Jackson with a screen on Russell. Here's Morant. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
An active finisher around the basket. Jackson showed great timing on the putback.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Towns on a screen. Launches a three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty clearly contested.
The Grizzlies, 24. Fans, let's hear it for the Jabberwockies!
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Nas Reed, and it's Jalen Noel, and it's Rivers in at point guard. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
And the second free throw is good. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Rivers. Outside, Anderson. To the inside. Grizzlies with the rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Pass to Aldama. Outside Jones. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Rivers. Jones with some nice D.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
That's good from Jones. Well, the Grizzlies shooting it well, around 55% for the game. On the wing, Conchar. Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. It's not going to go for him. McDaniels with some nice D. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Anderson. Takes a three. The shot won't fall.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. Pass to Aldama. Nice D from Anderson. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Reed passes to McDaniels. Got it. Good job in the low post. Memphis leading. Jones with the ball. Oh, and Reed with a block. Here's Noel to the paint. A slam dunk by Reed.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Pass to Conchar. That shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And here's Reed. For the lead. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Jones. Here's Aldama. Here's Conchar. Here's Green. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Inside. Here's McDaniels. Aldama grabs the board. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. Some room here for Jones. And too long on the shot.
he has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that. You know, a smart, savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
Now here's Green. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, Green's showing us another layer of his game right here. I mean, I like to see him attack like that on occasion.
Williams has checked in for Aldama. And here's Minnesota now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Where do you think Austin Rivers developed that selflessness, Clark?
Well, I think it starts with the DNA. I mean, his dad, Doc Rivers, was a selfless, outstanding player and one of the outstanding coaches in the game today, so that's part of it. But he's also had experience playing on different teams, sitting on different benches. I think you get to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can add value to a team.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now here's Anderson. They get the rebound. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, deflected. Jones, the pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Conchar. Soft touch off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Rivers. Right side McDaniels. Off target from downtown. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. They've got Danny Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Williams in at power forward. Brooks finds Jackson. Back to Brooks. Outside Bain with the drive. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower? Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Prince following the bucket by the Grizzlies. He shoots it. Gobert, no good. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Outside Morant. Back to Adams. Down low. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Want to stop Adams when he rolls, but honestly, Steven is such a force. Sometimes you can't stop him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He told them he likes what he's seeing inside, saying, quote, stay on the attack. Getting to the rim is working for us right now. Attack until they stop us. Guys?
Okay, Good stuff. Thank you, Alec.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Moran. It's tipped. And he gets it back. Here's Bain. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Russell.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Edwards against Bain. Pass to Towns. Out to the right wing. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Morant. There's the drive. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Now here's Jackson. Brooks outside. And here's Morant outside. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Russell against Morant. Brooks from outside. From the arc. Good work defensively by Russell. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Outside Edwards. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Outside Bain. Pass to Jackson. Morant with it. Jackson with a screen on Russell. Back to Jackson. Brooks outside. Here's Morant. That one off the back iron and out.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Outside Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 3-point Memphis lead.
Well, the defense trying to throw Edwards off with some contact, but he's smart. He stays focused on his shot.
Adams with a screen on Edwards. Outside Morant. Outside Bain. To the inside. Adams. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Here's Minnesota. Pass to Prince. To the paint. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
It's been great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now here's Morant. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
It's not as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And it's critical Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine. What composure at the line. Forcing your opponent to look for the three-pointer now.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 11 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Here's Edwards. To tie it up. Can't get the 3 to fall. Tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
Timberwolves win the tip. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Prince. Russell finds Edwards. 6 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Edwards got the first basket of the game for the Timberwolves.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Jackson down low. Russell's there. Now here is George. An easy 2 points on the layup.
No excuse for the defense to let Paul George, a guy that good at scoring the ball, get that close. Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris with a screen on Prince. And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Minnesota. Edwards kicks to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Prince with the defensive effort. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have 2 teams in L.A. that can be this good.
Here's George after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. The shot comes out. Gobert with the defensive effort. Russell inside. Jackson on him. He gets that one.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting just about anywhere.
Now George. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Prince. The finish. And finished off by Edwards.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And finished off by Gobert.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Stolen by Jackson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Towns.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. Here's Zubac. That shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Russell with him. Leonard picks him up. Prince, the pass to Russell. Back to Prince. It's Edwards on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris outside to the inside. Here's George. It's hauled in by Edwards. Here's Minnesota. A 14-2 run over the last bit. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Prince. Towns kicks to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Leonard against Towns. And pushing it up is Minnesota. The Timberwolves again in transition. And finished off by Edwards.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
He gets it up. That one, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on it.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. And I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Russell against Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
D'Angelo forcing the issue right there, trying to find a way to draw contact.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the Boy, he's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Jackson against Russell. Here's Gobert, and the rejection by Zubac. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort. That's a 2 from Towns. They get it again, and Gobert hits to Towns. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now, here is Russell. Left side, Towns. Here's Gobert, and then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Jackson. The pass to George. From past the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Clippers trail by 6. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Jackson against Russell. Jackson passes to Zubac. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George. Here's Prince. Inside. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Edwards against George. Out to Morris for 3. There's the 3. A rebound by Prince.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Russell passes to Edwards. And Gobert throws it down.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Towns with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota goes up and finished off by Gobert.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And Morris throws it down.
Paul George doesn't just score, he can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Russell. Pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. And here's George. 9 points in the game so far. And the dunk by Zubac.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And here's Prince outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks.
29. The Clippers. 19.
First quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
McDaniels is out there with Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Batum dishes the wall. Back to Batum. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Led by as many as 14 points. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
And although he's bounced around the league, Austin Rivers has been a valuable role player throughout his career.
Well, there's stuff to rely upon with Austin in terms of being a pesky defender, just his competitive nature. Yeah, he plays a couple of positions, but it's really that, for him to go out and compete, which is something he still does at a high level.
And you got to respect Wall's tenacity. This is a player who hasn't let injury slow him down. He always puts in a big effort and just pushes himself to give his all.
Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Man passes to Batum. Down low, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Minnesota leading by 6. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. This is it to Reid. It's Rivers on the wing. Feeds to McDaniels. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. Batum with the ball. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. Anderson in the post. Defended by Covington. And Anderson slams it in.
Well, Slow-Mo has some remarkable handles. A point forward. It's got some nifty dribble moves.
Covington into the lane. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Powell. He kicks it to Batum. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Rivers against Wall. Rivers passes to McDaniels. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McDaniels got 5 points now this quarter.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
To the right side. Anderson against Covington. Will it go? Rebound, Minnesota.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:56 left here in the third quarter. Man passes to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. With the crossover. Reid with the block. Now here's Anderson. Pass to McDaniels. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:33 left in the third quarter of the game. Rivers against Wall. Clock at 6. Here's Noel. Here's Reid. He can't get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Wall kicks to Covington. The kick out to Wall. It's Powell on the wing. Anderson outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Rivers can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 13. Wall passes to Man. Outside Covington. To end the cold streak. No good on the shot. For Minnesota, they've gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. McDaniels finds Reed. Here's Noel. Defended by Batum. Reed out of hand on it. Ball against Rivers. To the middle. Here's Batum. And McDaniels with the block. Now Rivers. Here's Noel. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point.
To figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the paint, it's tipped. Trying to find Jackson, he's got it now. Here's Prince. Kicks it to Towns. Shoots from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Towns has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Timberwolves. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for Minnesota?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
They get the rebound. Zubac kicks to Morris. The three from George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Russell against Jackson. Edwards inside. That shot off. Clippers trail by 12. Morris, left side. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his fifth rebound right now in the game.
Blocking foul on first personal foul. Second team foul.
Russell looking around. Kicks it out to Prince. Leonard with the steal.
And how about the read on that play right there? Great sense of exactly when that ball was coming from the outside.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And that one's good. Russell. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Zubac shakes him. Gobert with the block. George against Edwards. The pass to Gobert. Leonard with the steal. It's George on the wing. Edwards defending. George passes to Zubac. Towns with the steal. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 2 minutes strong so far.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving in with conviction.
Morris with the screen for George. To the middle. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George.
And And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Russell against Jackson. Out to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Prince, right side. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Minnesota leading by 14. So finds Edwards. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Timberwolves.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Now, here is Russell. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Zubats against Towns. 6 to shoot. From deep. At the line, Minnesota. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. $15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, we've seen teams go all in to acquire Kawhi Leonard. Easy to see why. He just changes the course of a franchise. Any team he's on legitimately has a chance to win a title.
And here's Russell. From deep three-point range, misses there. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A confident week, David. Thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.